Spit out the bone. Welcome to Center 6.
This is Upside Down 6, but it's Sunday, so this is Upside Down Sunday. This will always be a Terminator channel, always. It's how I started, it's how it'll end, but I like to add a bit of variation to it, so I can upload constantly because there ain't a lot of Terminator news all the time. So, on Upside Down Sundays, the subject will be different. Last week it was Flat Earth. One before that, it was about, I basically just recommended Netflix's Bird Box. Some of you watched it, got back to me and told me you liked it. Good, because I really enjoyed it. And when I'm reading articles, people saying I'm leaving Netflix because of Bird Box, it was rubbish because, spoiler alert, because you don't see the monster or the demon. That's what made it good for me, not seeing the demon. You get me? The fear of the unknown is always worse than knowing your enemy. Anyway, today I thought I would go on about the new Predator film, 2018, The Predator, directed by Shane Black. We're that group of people, Terminator fans, that grew up with the Predator movies, we grew up with the Alien movies, and we grew up with the Terminator movies, and they're our favourite films. Most Terminator fans are fans of those other films, the Predators and the Alien franchises. So it makes it difficult for any reboots or any sequels to be good enough to the first ones, because we know what's coming, we know what's going to happen, we know the full story. And it's mind-boggled me. I watched it the other day with my partner, not yesterday, day before, and I watched it on Virgin Media with my partner, and I really loved it, and she loved it. And I'm not, don't get me wrong, I'm not one of these people that loves every film, but I really enjoyed it. The comedy relief in it was amazing. I mean, the actor Thomas Jane and Keegan-Michael Key, them two together, they're hilarious. It was just really funny. The story wasn't the best. I mean, it took the easy way out, and I'm not going to give too much away. It did take the easy way out, and I wasn't too convinced when the Ultimate Predator was bounding about. You could tell, sometimes you could tell it was the CGI, but when you weren't distracted by that fact, it was an enjoyable film. When they discover that predators have been coming to Earth for years and years, way before the first Predator, and they give a nod to that Predator, and they give a nod to Predator 2, way before all that is going on, the Predators have been coming to Earth, preparing for whatever. So the big Predator, the hybrid Predator, he's after the first Predator, like a bounty hunter hunting him, beating the living daylights out of him. And the loony bin of all the actors and actresses, I'll have to look on the console, but I've gone the wrong way. So as soon as I pick it up, it messes up. Had it all set out. The Predator. The cast. Right, so the cast. Let me put my spectrals on. Geeky move. So there's Olivia Munn. She's like a scientist. She gets called in to look at a predator that's crash landed to Earth. He's tied down or whatever, sedated, and she's like, "Oh wow, yeah, this is amazing. Can I get a sample of this, that, and the other?" And then this bounty hunter predator realizes, tracks the other predator that's been knocked out, and starts heading towards the base where they are. So any witnesses of anything, they're on the loony bin. That's what we're calling it, the loony bin. All them guys together, they work well together. It's like, well, they're all caught in the middle anyway. I'm really rubbish at describing films without giving a lot away. So they're all caught in the middle of it all anyway, and then it ends up where the main predator sees that there's an advantage to getting hold of one of the guys on the loony bin. I won't give it away. So they all start getting hunted down. And it just goes mental from there. And this big predator, he can do some damage. He's a tough tough predator. But it's very self-aware. It's very aware of the first two films. It's very aware of itself. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and that's what made it fun. Could it have been more jungle orientated? That's what people want. They want Arnold Schwarzenegger, they want the jungle, they want, I don't know, they want a bit more suspense than that, because you do see a lot of it. It kicks off really quick, and there's a lot of fighting, and you see the predator all the time. You see the predator dogs. You know, there's not a lot of suspense to it. It is just it kicks off. You see what's going on straight away. You see the predator straight away. You know what it's up to. You work out, because it explains that Olivia Munn, she like basically explains what's going on. Sterling K. Brown, he's a government agent. He explains what he thinks going on. So you're not left to make your own mind up about anything. It tells you, this is what's happening. This is why they're here. And I think that spoiled it a bit. It could have been, you know, it could have let us as adults think for ourselves, you know, but that's just my opinion on that. But I enjoyed it. So people that are saying, oh, rubbish, this, that, or the other, it's not the best Predator film. Nothing will ever beat the first Predator film, because of the suspense factor, because of we didn't know what was coming, because all we saw was the vision and it stalking. On this one, we know exactly what's coming, so you'll never ever beat another Predator film. You can't do it. It's impossible, I think, unless they go back to the blueprints of the first one again and do it that way. Even then, you'd still, unless you've never ever seen a Predator film before, you would still struggle to really get the suspense out of it, because we know what's coming. We know what's going to happen. We know the full story. It's like Terminator 6, we know what is going to happen. As soon as it starts, within 5 minutes, we'll have worked out what's going on, and then we just got to follow the ride, and that's how it is. And that's a shame, but for new fans, it should be really good. They should enjoy it, and I hope they do. But the new Predator film, The Predator, I give it a 7 out of 10 for action, and for story, 5 out of 10. So I did enjoy it, but it could have been better. It could have let us think for ourselves instead of it trying to explain, because you know, I can work it out. You know, it's not rocket science. Well, some of it is, but you know what I mean. It's not. So I recommend go and see the film. I hope you enjoy it. Sorry I jibber jabber on when I'm trying to explain films. That's just me. If you would like me to introduce my next video with your favourite saying, your name, whatever you want me to say, as long as there's no profanity and as long as it isn't racist or anything like that, make sure you're a subscriber, leave a like, and leave that comment of what you'd like me to say in the next video. This is Upside Down 6. Peace out.